All right, well, let's go ahead and start, and let's start sitting. So taking a moment, feel free to have your legs wherever they're most comfortable. If you would like to uncross them, that's fine. Have one straight, have one bent. But we'll start sitting, and if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to do so. And just take in the moment of how you feel right now, physically and mentally. If you're able to breathe in through the nose, feel free to do so. And then breathing out, nose or mouth. And if you ever wondered why we sometimes cue that through the nose, it's because we have receptors in the deep nasal passages that communicate with part of the brain, the amygdala, which helps us train our calming down nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. So maybe a little more detail than you want to know, but that's why we cue sometimes breathing in through the nose. And just notice mentally how you're doing this morning too, in a safe space. Taking a moment to check in with the sounds around you and the environment around you. Just feeling that, imagining what it looks like all around you. And then from here, if your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them. And we'll take a little bit of cat and cow seated. So just gently rounding the spine, and the head can go with the spine, and the tailbone can kind of tuck a little bit. And then on the inhale, you're lifting the spine. So feel free to move at your own pace, just a little back and forth. Notice how everything feels. And then maybe one more of these. And then we'll find a tall seated position. And from here, let's take an inhale and just reach both arms up overhead. On the exhale, let's take your right arm down, and your left arm can stay lifted, and maybe take a little side bend as far as you want to go. Seeing if you can keep your left sit bone downward. And then back to center. Let's swap sides. The right arm can lift, left arm can plant, and now we're trying to keep the right sit bone down. Good morning, come on in. And back to middle. Let's take both arms up overhead again. Inhale. Exhale, a twist to your right. And we'll just hold this position here. No need to twist further than your body wants to go this morning yet, or ever for that matter. Breathing in, breathing out. Just allowing our breath to help us into a gentle twist. Maybe we notice where things feel a little bit stuck this morning with this twist. Maybe it's that middle part of the rib cage, maybe it's the low back, or all of the above. And back to center. Inhale, reach, and then over to the other side. Same thing here, just checking in. Take a few breaths. Allow your body to relax a little bit on the exhale as you're able. And then let's inhale and come back towards center. And let's take the arms towards heart center. Pausing here, breath in, breath out. And then we can walk the hands in front any amount, just hinging forward at the hips. We might feel this in that low back or a few other places. And then from here, let's walk your hands towards your right. And then if it works, we can lift your left arm, bend your elbow, and just reach it up towards the sky. And then back down, walking the hands back towards midline and then over to the other side. Same thing here now, your right elbow can bend and lift. And then back down, walking back towards midline. And then let's just roll the spine back up to a tall seated position. We can take our head and then just take chin towards chest here, letting the back of the neck stretch a little bit. And then back towards center. Let's tuck your right arm behind your back a little bit there, reaching towards your left hip, left side. There you go. And then take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Hopefully you're feeling a little stretch down the right side of the neck here. Or a lot of bit of stretch. And then we can bring the head back to midline, releasing the right arm. Let's take the left arm, reach it for your right hip, and then now right ear towards right shoulder. And then we can release arm and head, and let's make our way over towards hands and knees. At any point, if you want to pad your knees more by folding over the mat, feel free to do so. From hands and knees position, let's take a little opposite arm and leg so we can reach the right leg back behind and then the left arm forward if that works. Drawing belly towards spine here. Feeling strong and stable. And now keeping the right leg lifted, let's take the left arm down and then we can swivel your right leg around to the side so the toes end up facing me. There we go. We can just plant it down. And then take a gentle lean back and forth just to get that inner thigh on the right leg and maybe some other areas stretching. So just a nice gentle back and forth, moving in the range that works for your body. And then as we are ready to transition to another pose, let's plant through the hands, tighten belly muscles. We're gonna activate the ankle here and then take a lift and bring that leg on around and back in. Let's take the left leg behind you now. And then right arm in front. Reaching in opposite directions here, fingertips and heel reaching in opposite ways. And then we can plant your right arm and we'll draw that left leg around to the side. Same thing here, just finding a little gentle back and forth. You're pulling the left hip behind you a little, or that's what you're thinking about. And that'll get you that nice stretch down the inner part of the left leg. And then as we're finishing up with that one feels so good, you guys. Anybody else think that? Plant through the hands. Let's lift the left leg, bringing it on around and back in. We'll take our child's pose here. Knees can come wide, heels together, and just sit the hips back any amount. Fingertips can reach forward any amount. From this child's pose, taking a couple deep breaths where you're expanding out the back part of the rib cage. On the inhale and the exhale, just a nice long exhale, allowing your body to relax and respond to that exhale. And then from here, let's rock forward towards hands and knees. And we can shift our body all the way forward. We're gonna slowly lower to belly here. So we can lower to belly, keeping elbows in. And then feeling long through the legs here. Let's take our arms in front with the thumbs angled up, and we can have them kind of in like a V, a little bit of a V here. Lifting just the upper body and the arms if that works. And then from here we can slide the arms towards a goalpost position, pulling the shoulder blades together and downward. Awesome job. And now let's plant the hands down by our sides, and we can take a couple baby cobras here on the inhale, lifting the upper body, on the exhale back down. One more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Now tightening the belly muscles, we can press back up, and we'll find our first down dog here. So we can tuck our toes and take a moment in this down dog to just pedal the heels a little bit. Take some movements that would feel good to loosen up. One leg and then the other leg. And then finding stillness when we're ready in this down dog. Let's take the feet apart just a little bit, and if you can walk them a hair forward, just a hair, the knees can always stay bent. Reach the right arm now towards the left shin. So we'll have a little fun with this down dog, just taking a gentle stretch here, accepting whatever comes today. It's okay if it doesn't work quite how your body wants it to work. We just accept whatever the body's willing to do. And then swapping sides, left hand towards right shin or ankle. And then release. And now let's walk the feet all the way towards the hands. You can bend the knees as you're getting closer. And then slowly make your way up to standing. Give your head a chance to clear. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms to heart center. And we'll just pause here, take a breath. Notice how your body feels. Let your head get used to being upright again. And then from here, let's go ahead and fold forward. Taking a moment to let the hamstrings pull. Gently stretch, let the head and neck relax. We can add a halfway lift here. So an inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step back with that right leg, and we'll find our high lunge. And so planting the right leg, we can slowly transition up to standing in that lunge. Allowing the shoulders to relax and release away from the ears. And then arms to heart center. Reaching down towards the ground. Let's step back to a plank here. We can always take hands and knees down if we prefer. And then from plank, lifting the hips, we're going to press back to down dog. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And then walking the feet towards the hands, softening through the knees. And let's rise up to stand, powering through the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward. Take a moment to hang here, let the head relax, and then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now we're stepping the left leg back long, making that transition up to the high lunge. Settling in here, feeling grounded through both legs. And then arms to heart center, reaching down towards the mat. We'll step back to our plank. As always, you can come down to hands and knees. And then lifting to down dog, lifting the hips high and just letting the heels sink any amount, taking any pedaling movement that would feel nice here. And then we can walk our feet towards our hands. Bending through the knees, let's find our chair position. And then from chair, we can take our arms to heart center. We can add a twist towards the left, or if you prefer just to avoid the twist, totally fine. And back through center, and then a twist towards your right. And back through center, let's fold forward. And we can take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, planting the hands, let's step the right leg back and we'll find our warrior one. So the back heel can come down, back toes are out a bit. Finding our breath here, tuning into the whole body. And now from this warrior one, let's take arms to heart center. And we'll turn this into a bit of a figure four balance. So if you would like to just find a wall to hang on to or a tree, feel free for the balance part. But we'll come to standing on your left leg, lifting that right knee. And then we can cross the right leg over the left, and we're sitting the hips back. And then from here, let's go ahead and step the right leg back to warrior one. Arms to heart center, reaching down for the ground. And let's step back to our plank, and we're gonna lower to belly here. If you wanna do that with the knees down, you can. Taking an inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back down. And then tightening belly muscles, let's press back up, finding our down dog. And walking our feet towards our hands. Bending through the knees, let's rise to stand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. This time, let's step the left leg back. And we'll rise to find our warrior one. And then arms to heart center. We'll come to our balance on our right leg, taking that figure four or any variation of balance that you would like to. Just for the record, this is the first day the ground staff have been here. And then let's step the left leg back to warrior one. Arms to heart center. Reaching down for the ground. And we'll step back to plank. We're gonna lower to belly again, but as always, you can come down to hands and knees. And then baby cobra, inhale and exhale. Tucking toes, pressing back up. Down dog. And then let's walk the feet towards the hands. Bending through the knees, we're rising to stand. Inhale. Exhale, arms to heart center. Taking a pause, let's breathe in and breathe out. And then let's go ahead and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step the right leg back to warrior one. And then we're gonna open to warrior two. So your left knee will be bent and your right leg will be straight. Awesome. From the warrior two, let's take a little shoulder blade stretch. So we can take your left arm underneath your right arm in our eagle arm position. And then turning towards your left leg, you might want to just take a little lean forward towards the inner side of your left leg for a bit of a stretch. There we go. And then back up. And we're releasing the arms to warrior two. From here, let's reverse the warrior, right arm down. And then back through warrior two. Into our side angle, so left elbow towards thigh. And back up, warrior two. Straightening the left leg. We're here in our triangle position. Let's twist towards your left and down, or shift towards your left and down. And now bending your left knee, let's come back to warrior two. Arms to heart center. And let's pivot around towards your left leg. We can reach down. And then let's take your back knee down. And hands can come on the inside of your left leg. And then just let that left knee sink out any amount. And then we can draw the left knee back towards midline. The arm can come on the outer part of that left leg. And then just sink your hips back a bit. We're gonna straighten that left leg any amount. It might feel nice to do a little ankle pumping, a little back and forth wiggle with that hip. And then we can bend your left knee, bringing it in a little closer, tuck the back toe, and let's just step the back leg in to meet the front leg. Take a little gentle bounce with the ankles and knees, And then rising up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now let's step the left leg back and we'll find warrior one. From warrior one, let's swivel left and we'll find warrior two. This time from our warrior two, the right arm can come underneath the left. There you go. And if that doesn't work for your shoulders, you can reach for opposite shoulders this way too. And then we're turning a little bit towards that right leg and shifting forward on the inner part towards the inner part of your right thigh. And then back on up. And we can release the arms in the warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior. Left arm down. And back through warrior two. Right elbow towards thigh into our side angle. And back up, warrior two. We can straighten that right knee, turning palms up, and then shift towards the right for triangle. And rebending your right knee, back up, warrior two. Arms to heart center. Let's pivot around to face the front, reaching down now. We can take the back knee down, and then both hands on the inside of that right leg, and then just let your right knee tilt out any amount. And then we can take the right hand on the outside of that right leg and shift back a bit as we're straightening out the right. Taking a few ankle pumps here, any other movements that would feel good. And then we can bring that right leg in a little closer. Tucking the back toe, we'll just step forward. Take a moment to stretch here for these hamstrings. And now let's bend the knees and rise on up to standing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step back with your right leg, and we're gonna find our pyramid stretch. So sorry, it's gonna be just a little shorter stretch, step back, yeah. So we're feeling that stretch down the back part of your left leg. And then from here, we can step your right leg in to meet the left leg. And let's swap, so left leg can step back. Finding our pyramid stretch on this side. And then we can step that left leg in to meet the right leg. And let's step back to down dog. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Let's inhale, lifting the right leg up behind you. And we'll draw that knee forward to find our pigeon stretch. And then we can tuck our back toe, pressing through the hands. We'll step back to down dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up behind you. And let's draw that knee forward. And we're into our pigeon on the other side. And then we can make our way back upright, tucking the back toe, and let's press back to down dog. Taking an inhale and an exhale. And now the knees can come on down, and we're gonna make our way to a seated position here. So let's go right into our wide leg seated position, finding a tall spine. And then if you have some more mobility present, you can lean forward into that. And then we're slowly making our way back upright. Let's spin around and make our way onto our back.